Hi, I'm Mark from L&M Small Engine. Today we'll be working on a Husqvarna rider. It's a YTH23V48. It has an electric clutch PTO on it. Anyways, just got done doing a spring maintenance job on it. And the battery was dead, and I charged it. It wouldn't charge up, so I put a new battery in there. After we got done with the service, I tested the battery and it wasn't charging. So we're gonna take the top shroud off the motor. It's a twin cylinder Briggs & Stratton, 23 horsepower. And we're gonna see why it's not charging, so hopefully you enjoy the video. So the first thing I'm gonna do is go and take this hood off, unplug the lights, and I'll start up and show you what the voltage is and stuff. You can test the voltage a couple different ways on these. You can use a battery load tester, and on the end of the tester, when it's running, it shows red, green, and red. That's your charging system. You can test it that way, or you can use one of these little meters here. And it's always good to have like a little test light too. So I'm gonna start it up, and the voltage right now, 12.50. And this is a lawnmower that has a PTO clutch on it. So when the blades are running, it's always drawing power. So you need a charging system on this. So let me start it up, and we'll do some testing here. It said 1238, 12.38, 1239. See, it's not even in the charging. So that's probably why they put this trickle charger on there. The battery I took out of there was either bought in 2022 or 2023. It was hard to read the etching where they put a date code on there. But you know, 4 years on a battery, that's like the average life of a battery anyway. But they probably put this on in the last year or so, because every time they mow, the deck would probably stop spinning. So do it really easy how to do this. Don't really need that many tools either. You gotta pop this out because there's two 1/4-inch screws that we gotta take out right here. Over this side over here. The voltage regulator is right here, and the wire to the stator is right here. Well, the plug into the voltage regulator is all on the inside. So we gotta take this cover off. If my hands are in the way sometimes, I apologize for that. Okay, now we gotta take this top shroud off over the flywheel. And then we're 5/16. Okay, now we gotta take the shroud off itself. And then we're 3/8. But first we gotta pop the fuel pump off. That's a 5/16 also. And I'm gonna use a little 1/4-inch air wrench, so it might be a little noisy here for a second. Just like halfway out. So we get, pop right off. Alrighty. Our plug-in for the voltage regulators right here. I'll unhook that voltage regulator here. So the wires ain't long enough. And then 3/8 also. Okay. So here's the power wire that goes to the battery, this red one right here. And these are the wires that go to the stator. The stator's underneath the flywheel here. So I'm going to start it up and see if we have power coming from the stator. And you'll need one of these little test lights for this. Put the negative on the negative and just test it. So I'm going to make sure that's going to be spinning, so I got to watch out for this wire. So I'm going to go ahead, unplug the voltage regulator, and I'm going to touch these two little pins, and if the stator is working, they'll light up. Nothing, so I know the stator is bad. So let's go ahead and pop this off. You don't need to buy expensive tools for this either. It's like a puller, just a regular puller. You can pick them up at any auto parts store or eBay or Amazon. I'm going to take the center bolts out. You need a socket 1 1/4. We gotta take this fan off. Pops right off. And we'll take that center nut off. Like a little corrosion. On there, so I'll get some. I like using this stuff here. Just spray a little bit on there. When it pops out, there's a flywheel key. We don't want to lose that flywheel key, because that's how it's timed. So let's go ahead and, these are 5/16 inch bolts with thick washers, like so, and I believe that's 3/4 inch. It just popped right off. It's good to, when you lift this off, to leave this on, and then you can unscrew these when you get off, but you have a place to lift it up. And we're going to watch out for that flywheel key. And it stayed in the flywheel. I just dropped it. I'll get it in a second. But here's your stator right here, surrounding with all the copper windings on it. So we're going to take this back plate off the engine, and these are Torx. But in order to do that, this bolt right here we got to take out, and this bolt right here we got to take out, because the wires go under the plate. Well, I wonder why them around there so tight. I'll just use the air wrench. No, I'm not going to put them back on with the air wrench. And this whole plate will come off. And there's 4 1/4 inch bolts that hold that on. And there we go, we got it off. And, you know, usually you can tell, like, it'll get like hot and melted somewhere on here. But this copper wire has a varnish over the single copper wire, so when it's rolled up, the copper is not actually touching the other rolls. But if it gets hot in one spot and melts that, there's a bad spot right there. Then another thing to do is check the flywheel here. See all that dirt and everything between the magnets? It's a good thing to clean all that up too, and make sure you're not missing a magnet or you have a cracked magnet. So I'm going to take this outside and blow that out real good. You didn't let me go find a stator for this, so I'll be right back. Alright, I'm all out of new ones. But when I have blow it when people bring lawnmowers in with blowed up motors. I always take all the good parts off of them. So we're gonna put this one here on. And don't over tighten these. You want them snug, but you don't want to break that plastic ring. I'll just hand tighten them. Make sure they're snug. Now this wire goes underneath that. You know, some of you are saying, well, you don't have to take this plate off because the wire slides on there, but I like taking that plate off because them wires could be buried, they could be grouting out on that plate. So that's why I take this plate off. And these motors get hot and that insulation could melt and it could be ground on that. That's why I like taking that plate off. Okay, now these two little bolts go back in here. Okay, now I blew out around all the magnets and everything. And I still have this puller still on there because it's a lot easier to set it on there without pinching your fingers. Now we can go ahead and take that off. Then we gotta set the flywheel key in there. You get it lined up, then you put the flywheel key in there. Then if you lose your flywheel key, which I did, it fell into the lawnmower and I can't find it. I'm just gonna grab a new one. But if you need a key, that's the number for the key. There's a little aluminum key. And just pop that in there. Just like that. Now it's timed. Then this washer here is kind of a cone-shaped washer. So you sit on like this. It's like a lock washer. It's coned. And we're going to go ahead and tighten that up. Make sure them are nice and tight. I'm putting this cover on everything because I don't want, you shouldn't have that flywheel exposed because the wire comes down, hits it, or my fingers get into it. Just gotta think of safety. But I'm not gonna hook up the fuel pump yet, but I am gonna put that cover on. Don't want nobody getting hurt doing this. Okay, there's power coming out of the stator. Let me get all this hooked up here. And we'll go to the battery. We'll use them two testing devices. Closer so you can read the gauges. Okay, it's charging. So that was our goal. So it ain't that hard to do. And if I would have put the blades on, it would have brought it up higher. But right now, the battery's a brand new battery. But I'd be sitting on the seat and engage the blades. And that'd be impossible to do all that testing with me sitting on the seat. So 13 volts on a fully charged battery is not too bad, but if I put the PTO switch on, it would have went like 13 and a half or close to 14. Just depends. When the battery is fully charged, it's not going to charge. When the battery is low, that's when it starts charging. That's why you got a voltage regulator, so you don't burn out your battery. Just keeps the volts steady. That's why they have voltage regulators, especially on the ones with PTO switches or electric clutches. Like on the old time lawnmowers, like lawnmowers where you engage the blades manually, they just have just like a regular stator. They don't even have voltage regulators. A lot of them don't anyway. I shouldn't say none of them, because I've seen them with some, and you don't really need that many tools for it. Well, there you go. Well, anyways, I hope this video helps you out. I really appreciate you watching. If you like my videos, please press the like button and please subscribe. And you guys have a good afternoon.